I haven't been in here so long. Open sesame. Knock your feet off before you come inside. There's snow everywhere. So, this may look like a piece of shit car shop. That's because it is a piece of shit car shop. But it actually was home in some way, and it was our piece of shit car shop. And it's where everything pretty much started. Okay.
In no real order, give an honest opinion of Ian Moore. What does he mean to you?
Well, he's my best friend, hands down. No one's higher than him. I text him every day. He gets me through a lot of stuff, especially in college where I have a lot of stress, and overall he's just probably one of the most important people in my life.
He means a lot to me. I mean, I love him.
He means the world to me. That kid is just. If I ever have a son, that's who I want to be like, man. Just Ian is just the epitome of success in my eyes.
Not like me. You don't want to be like me.
We'll do your documentary next year. You know, he's just with the music, with the soccer, with the Wolfpack wrestling. You know, he's just the epitome of success.
To me, he's just a friend I can always rely on. I love him so much.
You would have been like, sup?
What are the reasons you decided to make music, and what is your process, and how do you do it?
Well, I think I started making music I wouldn't say long ago, but probably sophomore, junior year into high school. And I used it to, nerdiest thing ever, to like make fun of my friends and all that cool stuff. Like you'd say bad things and just messing around. But then you would, eventually my grandpa Polka passed away, and then I found out that I could use my music as a way of therapy. And then you would just do all that, and then I found it as a way, what if I actually made actual music and talked about more actual problems in my life and take it at a more serious note. I think we're still learning. You know, I'm not all there yet when it comes to it, but eventually I'm hoping that I will be.
What is your honest opinion of Ian's music? Do you genuinely enjoy it?
Yeah. I mean, I was one of the ones that kind of like started him off, getting him like wanting to do it, and then when he was telling me that he was working on stuff, at first I was a little like caught off guard, but then I started listening to some, and you know, there's always, you either like something or you don't. Like I like a lot of his music, and because I get where it's coming from and I get what he's talking about, so overall I think he's done great with his music.
I like a lot of the songs. He shouldn't sing though. Just stick to rap. No more singing songs, but I love you.
I'm gonna be real honest. I only have listened to them, I think, around him, but I think I like the background, like the what do you call it?
Beats.
Yeah, and his lyrics are good sometimes, but I like it.
Now, we all know if Ian wants to do something, he's gonna do it regardless of the risk or criticism that he'll get. He doesn't seem to care about other people's opinions of him. You would think that would change a person's ability to do something? Do you think that's the truth in his case?
No. I mean, he'll do whatever he thinks he can do. And if he doesn't think he can do it, he'll still try. And that's what either makes you love him or hate him. And, you know, I respect it. You know, I don't have the balls that he does in some aspects. So I overall just think everything he does is just for the betterment of him and people around him.
I think looking at it as an outside viewer, it's an obstacle he doesn't know about, but I think he uses it to his advantage. He just doesn't care.
What did Carl Moore mean to Ian?
I'm gonna cry. Everything.
I mean, shit. That was his best friend, you know, someone he could lean on, someone, you know. With Carl, I met Carl once, and, you know, the amount of times I'm over at Ian's and I'm with Ian, you know, I'm surprised I only met him once, but the one time I just saw how much joy he brought Ian, and, you know, like, he brought Steve around him, and then Ryan at the time, you know, it was great to see, because I never had a grandpa, so, you know, I never had that figure in my life, and to see him, like, just overall just be the best person he can be for him, you know, that's what made, when I listened to his album for the first time, the last song, yeah, that made me cry. I thought it just, you know, it resonated with, like, it showed what he thought about Carl and what I saw. Like, it was just awesome.
Who was Carl Moore to you?
This is chain. It was supposed to go to Ryan, but it didn't get to him before he passed, and it ended up with me, and he wore this chain pretty much every single day of his life. My uncles and my father grew up seeing this chain around his neck every single day. It falls like Ian's hole. So usually I'll come up here and I'll talk to him, and I'll put this little necklace on him, because it's his, and it's not mine, and I feel like I robbed it. He was very proud of being a veteran, and he would rather be, this is the only place he would want to be at, so.
Wish a happy birthday to my 17-year-old.
Yeah, it's your great grandson.
Last grandson. Happy birthday, E.
Did you talk about the great grandson?
Happy birthday, E.
Happy birthday.
And this was his shop.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get rid of it as fast as you possibly could, because obviously this place is, yeah, but he wanted to get rid of this place as fast as he possibly could, but he was always here and always would be working on cars and stuff, whether he be dying from cancer or smoking a cigar, you'd always find him here and working away.
Now let's talk about his brother. How did Ryan affect you?
You know, yeah, Ryan, I'll just say first off, Ryan was probably one of the best people I've ever met, you know. First time I met him, he took me and Ian to a wrestling event. I think it was 2015. It was with his friend Gary, and you know, when you first see him, you're just like, you know, he's just like Ian. He does whatever he wants, you know. And you know, you hear like Steve and Lisa talk about him all the time, and then you think, is he gonna really live up to what they make him out to be? And you know, Ryan was just, he's the best. You know, every time I went around the house and his parents weren't home, Ryan was there with his dog Lily, and you know, I'll never forget, and I told Ian that it stuck with me, that there was one night that we were just playing video games downstairs like we always do, and Ryan came down. You know, at the time, like, Ryan's the same age as my brother, so me and my brother are close, but not as close as that, and he just came down, he sat with us for 3 hours and just talked the whole time to us, and you know, he made me feel like I was part of the family, and every time I saw him, it was all love, and you know, to be honest, I never really had like as many deaths as this year, and this was by far my hardest year. And I remember finding out about him, and I was in Wisconsin and playing soccer, something I love to do, and right when I found out, that's just like, it just sucked the soul out of me. I didn't want to be there. I felt I was 7 hours away and I couldn't help my best friend, which sucked. And, especially when you know someone like that, Ryan, how great of a person he was and how many people he touched. But overall, Ryan meant the world to me, and I'll never forget him. And overall, I just like to see what Ian does because of him, and I thank Ryan for everything he did for me, Ian, and Ian's family.
Did you notice a change in Ian after Ryan passed?
Maybe immediately after. Now I feel like he's kind of just, maybe suppressing some of the stuff, but that might not be the worst thing. But yeah, after he's a bit of a wreck, but I think now he's just using it to motivate him. He wants to make Ryan proud.
Yeah, you obviously do. It was hard for me with obviously being his best friend, but seeing him with Carl, and I didn't know Carl as much, so obviously I noticed he changed, but I didn't know how much Carl affected him until I started hearing about it more. With Ryan, I knew what Ryan meant to. I mean, Ryan was always around, at least with us, so it became a thing. We laughed about it at college that every probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday we'd go to lunch in our cafeteria, and the question I would always ask, because it's just Ryan. I always ask, and I'd always say, when's Ryan gonna get his shit together? Just as a joke, because it's just Ryan. He has his shit together in his life, but he just loved to live life for when, in the moment, And I think with Ian, I noticed, although Ian was driven before, I think he's had a lot more drive recently to do a lot of stuff, and when that stuff doesn't go his way, he doesn't understand, but he's trying to do that stuff for Ryan, and I've seen his drive increase since Ryan passed.
So, if you look at the cover art of the documentary, you'll see Ryan sitting on the Martin Luther King Bridge, which I think is that way. But that bridge is closed, and it's in East St. Louis. Right? I don't know. I couldn't figure out. I think he was on the Martin Luther King Bridge. But we're going to outdo him. Because that's what I like to do. I like to outdo my brother. Okay, so this is the hospital. Fortunately, I've been here too much. Grandpa passed away here not long ago because he had a degenerative disease, and then Ryan, October 2019, I was here October 14th when I got the call, and all that stuff. We were here for 3 days. And he got to do like a little walk of honor thing because he was an organ donor. So they gave him a cool little walk of honor where a bunch of people, hospital workers, and all of our family members lined up in the hall, and they took him out of the ICU room, and they took us in a little service elevator where a ambulance right over there, because the emergency exit is right there under that pavilion. Took him away. I don't really like this hospital. I'm not a big fan of it. They do good work, but They're actually really great here, not gonna lie. But it's just the fact that I've lost a lot of people here, and very important people at that. So.
Can you explain what happened the day you found out?
So I was coming home from classes, and I went inside my dorm, and I sat in my chair, opened up because my TV's in the closet door, I gotta conserve that space. I opened up the closet door, sat in front of the TV, turned on Shameless, and then Ryan's best friend gave me a call and said, "Hey, your brother's in the hospital." So that was not good. I called my parents. They said he was unresponsive. I ended up going to the hospital where I found out that Ryan had some sort of heart attack, and eventually he became brain dead, which he lost his life, and we spent many nights in the hospital just kind of waiting around trying to get a Hail Mary attempt that never came, unfortunately.
Did it affect you dramatically?
I would say so, because he was my brother, and now we have to kind of figure out a way to live life where he isn't there, which is the hardest thing, I think, because he was always there no matter what. And I haven't talked to him in several months, and it's been different and difficult, but I would say that he would want me to keep going and try to become something else, something more, I guess, to succeed in whatever I love doing. So we're here now.
Mr. Penguin. I have a penguin. His name is Mr. Penguin. Mr. Penguin. Mr. Penguin, you don't have fingers. Mr. Penguin.
You've lost a lot. Can you explain a little about that?
Yeah, so a lot in the last 2-3 years. So on this December of 2017, I lost my grandpa to a disease that I guess just kind of broke his body down over time. And then exactly a month later, on January 5th, 2018, my dog passed away, which I guess doesn't really have the same to a person, to a dog, but still, my dog, see him every day, and then he's gone like that. He had a blood disease, so that was pretty unfortunate. And then my grandpa Moore was getting sicker and sicker and sicker with cancer and all this stuff, and then he passed away in hospice, which was something that we kind of knew was coming, but Ryan, just a couple months later, was sudden and unexpected, 29 years old. But, that's that.
Can you see that negativity being a downfall?
No, because I don't want to let that be the reason why I don't succeed in life. And I've gotten a lot of hate from a lot of people saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're a white kid from St. Louis who comes from a privileged family who's done nothing, blah, blah, blah. You can't be popular in music, you can't do a documentary, you can't do any of this, but at the same time, I just don't see, you'll always have hate in your life, but that's just what it is, and you can't deal with that. Regarding the people who I have lost, I think that they would want me to go on to find new friendships, new love, new passion with things, find a new identity, because that's how it really all has to be. So when you think about Infinity, which was my debut album's name, Infinity number 12, which is also the name of the documentary. When you think of infinity, infinity means to go on forever, and number 12 was my soccer number, as well as Ryan's, and it just kind of means what we stand for. And that would mean that to just everything that I stand for and believe in, which is them, the people I've lost, and things that I want to do in life will keep moving forward forever. All right. You ready?
Ready when you are. So, why are you making a documentary?
I have a penguin.
More.
His name is Mr. Penguin.
Can I be a prisoner in my own hell? My demons that live in my mind are tapping on my steel cell. Will I make it to see my children? Will I die before then? Who will care? I guess. Oh well. I find myself working hard, but I end up in the same place. I keep trying to keep my legacy alive. Why do I struggle to save face? Why do I care about my social status? I don't really like the parties. It's because of the people, not how my drink tastes. I do my best to survive in this world, but I'll still fail. I find myself staring into the mirror and looking as sick as I am pale. What else does this evil shadow have for me? What more could this world possibly entail? God forbid I feel broken alone. Do they even care about you before you're dead and you're gone? I don't even know what it is. The reasons after I'm dead, they are blaring my song. So I choose to fly away from the struggles that I face each day. But for some reason I fell in love with this place. I guess that's the only reason I'll truly ever stay. Maybe to ease myself, I write down my feelings. Let the emotions go layer by layer, I'm peeling the pen on paper. It's the only way I can self-medicate myself. It's why I'm healing. I don't want to focus on the bars or the wordplay. I let my heart and feelings into the writings. I don't need pace. But sometimes what I write can be too much, so I take my words and delete them as fast as I backspace every hard detail out in the words I write. I try to tell a story from the world's perspective of the battle I fight. Who knows why I do it, if I just keep my feelings together and locked in tight. I keep them locked inside this safe. I should throw a bar or two in my rhymes just in case. But I don't wanna back down, just like Jake or overrated. Don't think of that when you see my face.